Hello. Today, we're going to do a moving spread. So it's basically 10 questions about whether relocating would be a good idea for you or not. So if you're not interested in relocating at all, whether it be just across town or, across states or, across country or leaving the country, who knows? If you're not interested in relocating, this isn't the reading for you. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to use two different tarot decks. One is the learning deck, which has a bunch of yes and no's. And I'm going to use this one for the yes and no questions in the deck. And then we're going to use the Light Seer's Tarot for the other questions. As long as I don't mess it up. And then I have two oracle decks to the side for clarification. I don't know if or when I will use them. I just have them there just in case. All right. So, is changing location a good idea? Is changing your location a good idea? Oh, I figured I would pull just one card at a time instead of doing the whole spread and then flipping them over. I like the idea of pulling just one at a time. So we got 11, justice, which is a yes. Justice, karmic justice, consequences, legal disputes, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, life lessons, contracts, binding agreements, settlements, an apology, decisions needed to maintain justice, law, and order. So maybe by moving, you'll finally get some kind of settlement, or maybe you'll move into a life lesson. But justice is the card that we got for is moving your location a good idea? Changing your location a good idea? I wish you would focus. I don't know how else to make it try to focus. And then we have why. I didn't know how this was going to go because the next question was why is moving a good idea? And the answer could have been no. But anyways, why is moving a good idea for the collective? We got the King of Pentacles. That's basically having everything that you could need materially. Overflowing material abundance, patience and determination, a confident and warm leader, providing for others, comfort and security, personal growth. I said that with the justice one. I said life lessons, but that's personal growth. Goals reached, prosperity and success. So, if you're thinking about moving, it's looking like it's a really good idea. Like, yes, changing your location is a good idea. And why? Because it will turn you into the King of Pentacles. You'll have everything that you need. Material success. I like it so far. Now it's asking, should you make this move? And if the answer is no, I'm not going to understand why. But should collective make this move? There's two. Okay. Two cards came out. And they're contradictory. But it's okay. So we got the Nine of Swords, which is a no. And then we got the Four of Pentacles, which is a yes. And the Nine of Swords, it has anxiety up there as the quick keyword. And the Four of Pentacles says budgeting. So you might feel a little torn about whether or not you should actually make this move. But the Nine of Pentacles, or not Pentacles, Nine of Swords is all about being in your head, fearing things, and overthinking. Fear, anxiety, terror, negativity, deep unhappiness, stress, burden, overwhelmed, at a breaking point, inability to cope or face life, mental anguish, guilt, regret, remorse, focusing on the past, subject of gossip. Four of Pentacles, again, it said budgeting, holding on to people, possessions, issues, deep-seated past issues, hoarding, stinginess, control, possessiveness, financial stability, financial security, saving for big purchases or retirement, greed, and materialism. So I think it's kind of telling me that if you choose no, it's for all of these reasons. Fear, anxiety, and terror, negativity, deep unhappiness, inability to cope or face life. But really, it's saying that if you choose yes, that if you do make this move, it's going to lead to financial stability, financial security, saving for big purchases, retirement, materialism, and wealth, which would go right along with the King of Pentacles for why is moving a good idea. I feel like this is just your shadow talking. Maybe you're like me and you're a creature of habit and you don't like change. But the Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are saying that it's a good idea. Like, it'll be a good change. Once you get used to it, it will be a good change. Can you afford to move? Oh, wrong deck. Sorry. What did I... I'm blind. Can the collective afford to move? It's a legit question in this day and age. Yes. We got strength here. Strength. Inner strength, courage, bravery, confidence, compassion, taming, control, overcoming self-doubt, focus, persuasion, influence, taming the beast within, harnessing instinctive desires, proper channeling of libido. But yes, strength begins with the choice to be kind to myself. Inner strength, courage, and bravery. I really, 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 again, feel like this anxiety, this thing that's telling you no, you can't move, is just anxiety, and Spirit's telling you that you do have the inner strength to move. It's going to be something great for you. This is just your shadow talking. Overcome your self-doubt. Because right now the cards are saying that if you were thinking about moving, it seems to be a pretty good idea. Will you be happy there? Will collective be happy wherever they move to? Will the collective be happy wherever they move to? I don't want 3 cards, just 1, please. We have yes and no. It's the Lovers, number 6. So it could be a yes or it could be a no. I think it really depends on how you're going at it, how you approach it in your own head. The Lovers says, my personal value systems lead me to love. Major choices, love, soulmates, temptation, being put to the test, kindred spirits, perfect unions, partnerships, relationships, romance, desires, sexual connections, and shared values. I feel like upright, it's a yes. That you will be happy there. Like, it is a major choice, but it's going to lead to happiness. I feel like if it was reversed, it would be no, because that's where it says disharmony, trust issues, blah, blah, blah. But upright, I feel like that's a yes. Card number 6. Will this be the fresh start that you were looking for? Will this be the fresh start that the collective is looking for? Do I want 2 cards? I just want 1. Just 1, please. Thank you. We got the 5 of Wands, which is conflict, and the answer is no. Conflict, fighting, arguments, rows, disagreements, struggle, opposition, battles, aggression, temper, clashing personalities, egos, strikes, chaos, disobedience, being defensive, territorial, and assertive. So, I wouldn't take this completely as a negative thing. I see this more as you may be looking for a fresh start, but you're not going to find it in your move. It's probably something that you need to address with other people. I guess depending on how far away you move, something maybe you even need to address within yourself. Like, are you the one who is territorial, or are you just being defensive for no reason? It's on the bottom. Maybe. Is this Five of Wands, this new start, something that collective needs to look within themselves to find? I pulled it to the Eight of Cups, which is a no. It's abandonment, abandoning plans, walking away, letting go, traveling, escapism, reaching a limit, self-analysis, self-discovery, introspection, looking deeper, withdrawal, disappointment, looking for the truth. Moving on. I feel like it's telling you that you also just need to move on from conflict. So maybe it's not that you have to look within yourself, but maybe just stop looking at whatever the conflict is. Stop paying attention to and giving your energy to whatever conflicts are bothering you. Whatever it is that you want a new start from, just stop paying attention to it. It's not really something that you need to fix within yourself. It's just something you need to let go of. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 7. How can I make the move without stress? Sorry, I'm nosy. How can the collective make the move without stress? How can the collective make the move without stress? By working together. We got the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. It's 5 of Wands. Conflict and stuff, not working with others. So, the Three of Pentacles. Cooperation, community, teaching and learning, sharing and listening, teamwork. There is no limit to what you can manifest together. And then as I was trying to be like, yeah, work with people, don't fight against them, I accidentally knocked a card off the top. And what I got was the Knight of Cups. So maybe this is who you need to try to work with. So the Knight of Cups is a classic romantic, a passionate soul who has artistic tendencies. It's creativity, wearing your heart on your sleeve, seeking connection, being in love with the idea of love, and chivalry. So maybe you need to work together with this Knight of Cups. This person who is in love with the idea of love. Chivalry. This romantic person, and that will make this move stress-free for you. What problems will the collective leave behind? Interesting. got the Chariot. So that's victory, speed and action, determination, harnessing and uniting opposing energies, success, travel, confidence, willpower, and control. So I'm going to take control and then also harnessing and uniting opposing energies. Maybe right now, trying to get 2 different things to work together. Maybe 5 different things to work together. Maybe that's just too much for you right now. And if you move, you will leave that behind. Like, you won't have to be the one in control trying to get people to work together, trying to get whatever opposing forces that are bothering you right now. You won't have that responsibility. You won't feel like that's your responsibility anymore. Yeah, okay, so listen. On the bottom we have the 5 of Cups, and that's where, you've got 5 cups and a couple of them are knocked over and you only have like 1 or 2 cups left. In this one, she only has 1 cup that hasn't been spilled, and usually you're pretty sad about that. So I do kind of feel like maybe it's just your emotions. You can't get your emotions under control here. Or maybe it's other people that are affecting your emotions. Maybe you're just sad because people aren't working together and you feel like these 3 people, these 4 people just aren't working together, and it's just you there in control of yourself and your emotions, and these people are just spilling their emotions all over the place, and you feel like it's your mess to clean up, something that you have to help fix, but you will be leaving that behind if you move. And behind that we had the 10 of Cups, so I really feel like it means that you would be moving towards emotional happiness instead of being stuck in a place where you feel unsatisfied emotionally. And then question number 10, what do you need to know that you don't see yet? What do you need to know about this move that you don't see yet? We've got the Queen of Swords. Ooh, sorry about that. And that's a thought leader, unbiased decision making, an excellent communicator, wise and logical counsel, integrity and honesty, being perceptive, intelligence, being direct, and seeking truth. I'm going to read the whole card for you. Highly astute, intellectual, and honest, she watches calmly over her kingdom. Graceful and logical, her wisdom is framed in truth and proof, and she avoids the gossip or fluff that others may want to hear. She asked you to be honest in your relationships, direct in your speech, and witty if you want to be, but above all, to bring your clear-headed, unbiased reasoning to the table. Sometimes this communication style can come across as cold or cutting, so if you're having trouble communicating something that is difficult for another person to hear, know that you can always dip your toe in the cup of empathy and compassion to help you with delivery. Sharp analysis and careful consideration are always intelligent moves, as is being able to clearly connect with others in a way that is easily accepted and understood. A clear heart and a clear mind will allow you to speak your truth always. I speak with wisdom and clarity. So what do you need to know that you don't see yet? I think it's saying that you have the answers within yourself. And you have the wisdom, clarity, and the power to be able to make this decision on your own, and also to explain to others why you're making this decision. Not that you have to. I'm of full belief that sometimes, you know what? I messed up. I skipped something. I'm still doing this as card number 10. Ah, I skipped number 9. But I did pull this as I asked the question, what do you need to know that you don't see yet? I think honestly that you have the answer within you. You know whether or not this move is a good fit for you. And again, you have the power to tell people why it's a good move for you, and you also don't have to explain to anyone the decisions you make for your life and yourself, because it's your life and you deserve to be happy. So I skipped a card and I apologize for that. What new adventure will I embark upon? Yep. So let's ask that one. What new adventure will you embark upon if you make this move? Okay. Normally I do just the one, but 3 came out and they came out very fast. So we got the Magician, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. So that's essentially having everything you need to create the life that you want, to start whatever project or thing that you want moving, creating a new life essentially by moving. 7 of Pentacles is looking over your hard work, all the things that you have done and created, and figuring out what fits, like what you still want in your life and what maybe isn't growing so well, and either how to make it grow, or if you just want to, 8 of Cups, walk away. So what new adventure will you embark upon? I think building the life that you want to lead. Like, seriously. And again, what do you need to know that you don't see yet? And I really believe it's that at the core of things, you know what you want to do. And you can very clearly state that. Like, so for some people, maybe there's going to be people that are upset if you move, especially if you're moving far away, not just, across town to a different house. Maybe some people will be upset. But you know the truth in your heart of what will make you happy. And you can clearly communicate why. Speak your truth and be yourself. Queen of Swords can be a little cold, so again, dip your foot in the cup of empathy if your message comes off a little too harsh. But absolutely speak your truth about where you're, if you're explaining at all why you're leaving. If you're explaining, you don't have to. Sometimes silence is louder than words. Sometimes you speak a whole lot by saying nothing, but that's your choice. We didn't use the Oracle cards, and I'm not going to. I actually really like the way that this reading turned out. I hope that if you are contemplating moving or not and you haven't been able to decide, that this has been a helpful reading for you. And I hope that you have a good day, a lovely week, and a beautiful life. Beautiful new life if you decide to move. Love you, bye.